Hey guys, here I am in Coronado Island, a peninsula a little bit toward the Pacific Ocean from San Diego. I've been staying at the Coronado Island Resort and Spa by Marriott, which you will see in a different video. I'm actually doing a video today for Michelle's Island Time Adventures of Coronado Island itself. What is my impression of Coronado Island? Well, it is very bizarre. That is my first impression. First of all, I'm going to show you, I've been walking for quite some time from the resort. I'm going to pan over to see where the Coronado Bridge is, and you will see that there is a really weird thing about Coronado Island. The weird thing is there are almost no crosswalks anywhere. There is almost no pedestrian foot traffic anywhere. There is a belt on 4th Street that moves around nonstop with cars going nonstop coming from that Coronado Bridge. And you will see in a minute, they stop for nothing and no one. And even the people on the cross streets that are trying to get into the thoroughfare, what happens is they can sit there for hours trying to get in. So I'm not sure why they just don't move over to a stoplight to get over, but it is insane. In my many travels, I've actually never seen anything quite like this. Minimal crosswalks, no real pedestrian trails for Southern California is a little bit bizarre, and unending traffic. This is really crazy for a resort town. I'm just gonna show you what that looks like. As you can see in the background, there is the Coronado Bridge, but this is the thoroughfare I was talking to you about, the fact that there is this loop and the traffic just keeps coming and it never stops. It's like there might be momentary pauses really briefly, but the traffic is just completely flowing and going. No crosswalks, no stop signs, no stoplights. It's very crazy. This is 3rd Street and Orange Avenue, which is actually the main thoroughfare. I am going to head, not in front of you, but behind you, toward the historic Hotel del Coronado. Okay, so remember how I was telling you about the 4th Street crazy beltway system with no stop signs, no stoplights? I had to come all the way to Orange Avenue, which is probably about 6 blocks from where I wanted to turn, to find myself a little official crosswalk. Super duper inefficient for pedestrians in Coronado Island. I'm just gonna push that button here. So far, I am not super duper impressed. It just feels like Coronado Island has stayed rather archaic as a beach town versus Southern California beach cities, which seem to be a lot more modern when it comes to, which actually are. They don't seem to be. They are a lot more modern when it comes to pedestrian traffic and bicycle traffic. So far here, I haven't seen a lot in the way of pedestrian friendliness. I am here at 8th and Orange, and now I'm actually entering into the more city part of Coronado Island, or the city of Coronado. So as you can see behind me, there are some shops. We'll have a look and see what you can find if you are to come here for a mini beach vacation. This is actually what the main thoroughfare looks like. As you can see, there is not a lot. There really isn't a whole lot. You have your chain shops for the most part. But other than that, there's just not a lot here. As you can see, I'm walking down. So far, I think I have probably seen one breakfast or coffee shop along the way. And there is one Starbucks as you move over. But when I Googled Starbucks from my hotel, which is near the Coronado Bridge, the closest Starbucks actually to my hotel, other than this one right here, which is 1.7 miles from my hotel, is in San Diego proper. Okay, so I just stopped over at Bay, I don't even think it's on here, at Bay Books Cafe on Orange Street and 10th in Coronado Island. As you can hear, the traffic is very, very loud. And I'm just gonna give you my overall impression of Coronado Island thus far. So this is my take on it. I've traveled quite a bit, and this is my take on it. My take on it is, if you are over 70, or you're a family just seeking a very, very sleepy and quiet vacation, then Coronado Island is the place for you. Because it's a very sleepy town, I will tell you that. I find that there are a lot of retirees here. There's a lot of senior citizens, elderly, which is fine. That's fine if that's the type of vacation that you're looking for, and especially if you are over 70. But I do find that this is a very sleepy place to be in. I think there's a large military base on here, so, you know, obviously if you're military and you have no choice other than to be here, then be here. But if this is a place you're planning on coming and spending your vacation dollars or hard-earned vacation dollars, I would say, unless if you're looking for something very, very low-key and extremely quiet, like a very small town, then put your vacation dollars somewhere else. That's just my take on it. I'm not having a bad time here. I can't really have a bad time anywhere because I really like discovering places and people, and I like discovering about, I'm just gonna turn this a little bit so I'm not just focused on that guy who's fixated on the ladies at the table behind me. If you are really looking for something with a little bit more action, nightlife, good restaurants, really, like high-end restaurants, in order to really live on island time in a way that's going to be a little upper scale and not just have like chain restaurants and fast food, which is not my preference. So far, I have not found the food here to be good at all. And that's just my opinion. That's just, I have higher standards when it comes to food, and it seems like the guy keeps let's block him there. When it comes to higher quality food, when it comes to deeper experiences, this is not the place to do that. Definitely not. It's interesting, and we shall see some of the more historical sites. But I would say, yeah. If you are, again, a senior citizen or just a family looking for a really quiet space to spend quality time, then yeah, Coronado Island might be the place for you. We are coming up very soon on the Coronado, the Hotel del Coronado, which is one of the reasons, it's a historic site, and it's one of the reasons why many people come to Coronado Island just to see the Hotel del, which is the Hotel del Coronado. So we are actually coming around the bend, and you guys will get to see it. Okay, so we are approaching the Hotel del Coronado, this famous landmark in Coronado Island. Now, one thing I want to tell you is that out of the corner of my eye, and you'll see what I'm pointing out in a minute, next to this huge historic hotel, this is the first sign that I saw, Chipotle, which I thought, like, it kind of ruins the experience of seeing this majestic building. Let's go ahead and cross over and take a look, shall we? Coronado Island was actually founded in 1886. Before that, Coronado Island was an uninhabited piece of land by human beings for 10,000 years. In 1888, the Hotel del Coronado opened its doors, and it was a beach resort town, which was actually noted as a tent city. More than 1,000 tents were erected surrounding the area of the Hotel del Coronado in the early 1900s. People came from afar to camp. They were considered to be campgrounds and hang out by the beach. So here it is, the Hotel del Coronado, established in 1888, as I mentioned. And we're gonna go ahead and take a walk through the gardens of this hotel. Because of the current world events, I'm not quite sure what we will be able to see and not see, but we are certainly going to go ahead and take a look around. So this is a view of what it looks like right behind the Hotel del Coronado. It looks like there is this amazing little beach here. Much, much different from the view of the hotel where I'm staying. And of course, the Hotel del Coronado is now actually owned by Hilton. We're gonna come up on the view, the view of the beach, and I will give you the backside view of the hotel as well. We can actually see, I don't know if they're unstacking the chairs or stacking the chairs there on the beach, but this is super duper cute. Look at it, we have a little taco shack here, which I don't even know if they're open, but it's like super duper cute. This is definitely island time, you guys. So we've got this nice little beach area here behind. Now, granted, I don't know if you can actually swim in this water. There's a lot of ships out at sea. This might just be for sunbathing, but you can have a look here and see the sights of the beach. We are coming up on the backside of the Hotel del Coronado. You can actually see the backside here, and it looks really super duper nice. Look at the rocks on the beach here. It's just really interesting. It's such a different landscape, even though it's Southern California. It's just a different beach landscape from where I'm from in Redondo Beach, California, and what I'm actually used to when it comes to landscape. It's just a really, really interesting difference. Now, it really looks like, even in these times, in August 2020, that there are quite a few amenities that are open in the Hotel del Coronado. We have some beachside dining here. I believe everything is pretty much for carryout, but it does appear that there are a lot of amenities. And I want to show you, actually, let me just show you here what's on the beach. We've got this amazing looking sandcastle. Cute little sandcastle. I don't know if you're able to tell the scale here of the enormity of this Hotel del Coronado. It is a tremendous size. It's absolutely huge. It's humongous. We'll go ahead and see how many rooms this hotel has. It truly is. It's almost like its own little resort town here on this side of the island. Here we are at the gardens. This is just the inner courtyard of the reception that is actually behind me.
Where are you going?
I don't know if they moved the reception to the outdoors or if it has always been outdoors. I'm not sure. This is what the courtyard of the Hotel del Coronado looks like. You can see the upper floors here as well. This is a little sneak peek at the ballroom hallway where it says no public access. I feel like they're doing a lot of construction in the Hotel Del. Okay, so we're gonna go here to the grandfather clock. I wanted to show you some art that's on the walls. Not this particular art, but look at this. This is pretty amazing art. Now this is leading into the little Starbucks marketplace that they have here where I just stopped off to use the restroom. But look at the art. The art is quite magnificent here. We have... So I'm sitting here in the courtyard of the Hotel del Coronado, and I just got a little bit of the inside scoop of what's happening here in August of 2020. As I was walking by in the courtyard, actually trying to find a restroom, I was listening to a gentleman at the reception desk complaining about how he brought his wife here for their 30th wedding anniversary. And again, remember, these are weird times. We are in August of 2020. I'm not really sure. I think that's an airplane going overhead. Yeah, it is an airplane going overhead. It's super loud. We are in weird times. We're in August 2020. So of course, if you're viewing this video on the Hotel Del outside of 2020, of course, this is not going to pertain to you, but I just want viewers who are planning on coming for vacation in the next few months to just get a little heads up. I heard a man at the reception desk who was complaining about the fact that he brought his wife here. Now, mind you, you can look up the price for Hotel del Coronado by Hilton, and it's pretty darn freaking pricey. That is one of the reasons why I did not opt to stay here at this particular time, but it's pretty darn pricey. And he was complaining because he brought his wife here for their 30th anniversary and there is nothing open. He said there are literally no amenities open at all. None of the restaurants are open. I believe, like for the Marriott currently, everything is carry out, so you can get things for carry out, but none of the restaurants are open. None of the amenities are open. And this hotel actually, and I did see this walking around the hotel, Hotel del Coronado is actually undergoing a huge construction. So there are construction workers everywhere. Things are roped off and fenced off, and there are fake walls up in order to hide the construction, but it's pretty apparent the construction's still going on. So if you're going to splurge on coming to this historic hotel, I would say hold off for the end of 2020, maybe come mid-2021. The property here is actually pretty impressive. I am pretty darn impressed with the property here at Hotel del Coronado, but in all honesty, is it really worth what you're paying right now plus the resort fee? Now that's another thing, and I'm going to talk about this in my video when I do the review on Coronado Island Resort and Spa by Marriott. The one thing about Coronado Island for the bigger hotels, we're talking 4-star and up probably, or 3.5-star and up, probably 4-star and up, but the hotels here that are 4 and 5 stars have these weird resort fees. So I think it's a per night fee. I want to say it's anywhere between $45 and $50 a night per night. That's on top of the original hotel fee. plus the bigger hotels, so the 4 and 5 star hotels, they're actually also charging you $35 a night to self-park. So let's suppose you're getting a room at the Hotel Del for $400 a night, thinking, wow, that is a pretty good deal for Hotel Del at this time, or even $350. But you've got to remember, on top of that, there is the resort fee of about $40 to $50. There's the self-parking if you decide to drive into the island, and that is going to be $35 plus the hotel taxes. So your $350 room or your $400 room is really going to be closer to $500 a night. So that's one thing that I found really bizarre here are these resort fees. Now, on top of that, if you look at the websites, most websites list that internet is actually extra. But at my hotel, the one I'm staying at, even though I became a Marriott member, like the Bonvoy member, internet's included when you're a member, but in the resort fees, if you look at the fine lines in the resort fees, Marriott at least says one of the things that the resort fee does cover is internet access in your room. Now, given the price of internet access these days, that is so incredibly cheap to get high-speed internet, it's almost ludicrous that a hotel, even a 4 or 5 star hotel, would still be charging for internet. Internet is not optional these days. Internet is a must. Therefore, internet should be included in any hotel room anywhere around the globe at this point in 2020. But check it out. If you do plan on staying at the Hotel del Coronado in Coronado Island, I would say definitely call the hotel ahead of time and see what amenities are actually open. It is to your benefit, especially if you're going to be paying top dollar to stay at this resort.